Mr. President.
Senator from Nebraska.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the federal government's primary responsibilities, mentioned in the preamble of the Constitution, no less, is to keep Americans safe. Right now, the world is a very dangerous place. Russia has launched an unprovoked war on Ukraine. Hamas, a terrorist organization backed by Iran, has attacked one of our strongest allies, Israel. There have been 127 attacks on American service members in Iraq and Syria. Houthi rebels are attacking shipping and our U.S. Navy in the Red Sea. The Chinese Communist Party has its eyes set on Taiwan and are violating our sovereignty with things like spy balloons and other forms of espionage. The responsibility for keeping America safe ultimately lies with the President of the United States. But he has a team of critical advisors that are essential to ensuring that Americans are defended. One of those advisors is Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. The Secretary links the chain of command between the President and the uniformed military. The law is very clear. If the Secretary of Defense cannot do their job, there are protocols in place to ensure the chain of command remains intact. The law also requires that proper notifications be made. Last week, Secretary Austin went to intensive care at a hospital after complications from surgery. We wish him well in his recovery. Yet, for 3 days, the Defense Department failed to notify the President, the National Security Council, even the Deputy Secretary Kathleen Hicks, that the Secretary of Defense was in the hospital and unable to perform his duties. So let me get this right. The Secretary of Defense is in the hospital, the Deputy Secretary on vacation in Puerto Rico, and nobody thinks to tackle the President? Are you kidding me? The Pentagon's explanation that the Chief of Staff was unable to do routine notifications because she was sick does not hold water. America's national security cannot be put on hold for a sick day. During Austin's secret hospitalization, the U.S. military launched a drone strike on Baghdad, returned fire against Houthi rebels, and was considering other military action in the Middle East. Given the potential implications of these actions, it goes without saying that we needed our Secretary of Defense at the helm. Now, I'm glad the Secretary's condition is improving. I know all of us want to wish him a speedy recovery from the infection and in his fight against prostate cancer. But the fact that the Department did not inform Congress or the President in contradiction to the law is unacceptable and put Americans at risk. This shocking lack of transparency was more than just bad judgment. It was utter incompetence. But this is quickly becoming a feature, not a bug, of the Biden administration and how they run government. This administration failed to give the American people the facts about the Chinese spy balloon. This administration failed to give the American people the facts about the catastrophic withdrawal from Afghanistan. And Biden's border policies have created a catastrophe at our southern border. Now, we have a Secretary of Defense that went off the grid for 3 days without the President or his team even knowing. All this at a time when our adversaries are threatening American lives both at home and abroad. Americans need to be able to trust that their leaders are in charge. Right now, we have more questions than we have answers. Why was the law not followed? And who made that decision? Was there actually a period of time when nobody was in charge of the Defense Department? There must be consequences for this stunning incompetence. Americans deserve answers. Congress deserves answers. Mr. President, I yield back.